Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Jaleesa. Welcome to readingbeyondthebookcover.com. And today is a new day. I know it's been a long time since I released the trailer for this quote unquote audio blog. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach it, but I said, you know what? Let me just come on in and I'll learn as I go. So the first episode, or first official episode, is this one. It's going to be, well, not necessarily episode. How do I call it? Audio blog post. That's what I'm gonna call it. New word. Audio blog post. So the first audio blog post will be this one. It's a book review for a middle grade novel called What Stays Buried by Suzanne Young. It came out on March the 7th, 2023. The publisher is HarperCollins. The genres are juvenile fiction, coming of age, and supernatural. And the page count is 272 pages. I have details about how to purchase the book on my website, as well as information about the author. There's a link there, but I'll also put it down in the description bar below. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be there. And then I think in the show notes, I should be able to add details there as well. So we're going to go on and start with the description. After the description, it will be the gist, and then what worked for me, what did not work for me, and the final verdict and thank you. So those are the different sections that we will be going through. Every now and then I may stutter a little bit. That's fine. It's okay to make mistakes. I am not a newscaster, so I'm not trying to be perfect. I am only trying to supply audio to my blog. For those of you that rather use your ears than your eyes, that's fine to read. Okay, it's good. Let's get started. Description. So this is the description that I pulled from bookshop.org, the book description that you usually get on the back of the book, right? Alrighty. In her first book for middle grade readers, New York Times bestselling author Suzanne Young brings together a thrilling ghost story, a heartfelt coming-of-age journey, and a poignant reminder that those we've loved and lost are never far away. Perfect for fans of Bone Hollow and the peculiar incident on Shady Street. 12-year-old Callista Wynn will lose her ability to speak with her dad on her 13th birthday. And with only a few weeks left, children have started going missing. When Callista meets the tall lady, an angry spirit with a grudge against Callista, her family, and the entire town, she knows she's found the ghost responsible for the disappearances. It's up to Callista, the only one who can see the tall lady, to stop her. If she doesn't, Callista won't just lose her powers, she'll lose everyone she has left. The gist. A week before Callista Wynn's 13th birthday, she notices more visits from ghosts of young people, looking to her for help and direction. These ghosts aren't just any young people. They are young boys that have recently gone missing from her small hometown of Meadowmere. As if Callista didn't have enough to worry about, in addition to these visits, she's grappling with the thought of losing her ability to see ghosts after her 13th birthday. It's inevitable, causes her great sadness, and forces her and her family members to reckon with grieving the loss of loved ones. Being a medium makes this especially difficult when loved ones don't want to cross over and continue to be a fixture in life's daily activities despite being dead. The unexplainable disappearance of the small town's children, and a highly suspicious visit from a spirit called the Tall Lady leads Callista on a quest to find answers. With the help of her family and a surprisingly helpful town resident, can she resolve everything before her 13th birthday? How can she remain strong with all of this going on at such a critical time? What worked for me? In What Stays Buried, readers are taking on I am stuttering already. In What Stays Buried, readers are taken on an emotional journey. There's this perpetual knowledge that the Wynn family is cursed, which is why Callista's abilities will be gone after her 13th birthday. The understanding behind why this happens is revealed as the story develops, providing more backstory to the origin of the curse. This is where most of my interest lies in this book. Meaningful discussions about death and grieving amongst young readers are essential, as no one is immune to experiencing either of them. Callista's ability to see ghosts gives her a unique experience with this oftentimes painful life event and human emotion. Through her lens, young readers witness the ups and downs of dealing with the extraordinary loss of her loved ones twice. It is an enduring experience for someone so young, and I admire Callista's ability to process her feelings in the midst of dangerously gathering information to find the missing children. For me, her character arc was inspiring without being overly didactic, and I appreciate the care that was taken in expressing the importance of Callista slowing down to breathe. It's a requirement and should not be compartmentalized and ignored. I hope young readers will have similar takeaways from this story and share their feelings about it with others. What did not work for me? Now, take this with a grain of salt. I'm pretty sure everybody feels differently about their reading experiences, but this is how I felt while reading. Death and grief are associated with negative feelings, but it isn't those subjects that didn't work for me in this story. It was the pacing of the story that faltered for me. Pacing took a stumble when a certain side character contributed little to nothing to the overall story or actions of the main character. It also did not help that the author wrote in parts where the main character acknowledges the character as helpful. From my viewpoint, they weren't. Maybe it's the lack of belief from the town that's reasoning behind this, or maybe it's the main character's loner status that's influencing their appreciation of having anyone as a sense of support. In any case, it's lost on me, but the side character's actions or lack thereof negatively affected the pacing and my reading experience of this book. I think it could have been treated differently. Final verdict. I rated this book 3.5 out of 5. Aside from the pacing, the story is well written, plot-wise, and has surprising moments of creepiness. The tall lady and her minions. I never want to come across a spirit like her. This book would be a great selection for a children's reading group or book club, perfect for reading aloud by the campfire or in your reading nook by flashlight. If you aren't ready to read it now, put it on your reading list for books to read during the spooky season. Mediums, curses, ghosts, and supernatural elements fill the pages of What Stays Buried. I hope my review has convinced you to consider it for your next spooky read. Thank you. So many thanks to HarperCollins Children's Books, Suzanne Young, and NetGalley for an advanced review copy in exchange for an honest review. My review or reaction is voluntary. All thoughts are mine and unbiased, and receiving the advanced review copy does not influence my rating and or recommendation. So that's it, you guys. That is the review for Suzanne Young's What Stays Buried. It is her first middle grade book. This book came out around the same time. It came out around the same time as her other book called In Nightfall, and I think I may read that one pretty soon as well, and possibly may do the same type deal that I'm doing now, which is the review and then the audio blog version of the review. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, if there's anything that is specific as far as how I felt about the book outside of the review that I posted. And if you did read the book, let me know how you felt about the book. What was your rating? What were the highs and what were the lows? Or did you have any highs? Did you have any lows? Sometimes people enjoy a book all the way through, and sometimes they don't enjoy it all. They don't finish it at all. And another question is, did you know that this book came out? I've noticed that when I looked online, this book is not really advertised as much as her In Nightfall book, and I wonder why is that. It's interesting, but that's neither here nor there. You all came here for this audio blog post, and I am just rambling on. So I'm going to let you all go, and I'll see you in my next video / audio blog post. I'm trying to get used to this. Forgive me. Bye, y'all.